Hannah hated studying late at night, but with exams looming, she had no choice. It was midnight, and the school library was nearly empty. She'd heard rumors that strange things happened in the library after dark, but she never believed in ghost stories. Tonight, though, the air felt different, heavy, almost suffocating. The dim light from the old chandeliers cast long shadows, and the ticking of the ancient clock on the wall seemed unnaturally loud. Hannah tried to focus on her textbooks, but her mind kept wandering. Suddenly, she heard a faint whisper like someone calling her name. She looked around, but there was no one else in the library. The whisper came again, this time more insistent. It seemed to be coming from the back of the library, where the oldest books were kept. Hannah hesitated, but curiosity got the better of her. She stood up and walked towards the sound. As she moved deeper into the library, the temperature dropped, and the whisper grew louder, more distinct. Hannah. Her heart pounded in her chest. She reached the back of the library and saw a dusty, old book lying open on a table. It wasn't there before. The pages were blank except for a single sentence scrawled in red ink. "Take the exam." "What exam?" she whispered, her voice trembling. The room suddenly went dark. The only light came from the book, which now had an exam paper attached to it. The questions were bizarre, written in a language she didn't understand. As she stared at the paper, the letters began to shift and rearrange themselves until they formed words she could read. "Answer correctly, or you'll never leave." Panic set in. Hannah grabbed a pen and started answering the questions, guessing at the answers. Each time she wrote something down, the pen would scratch against the paper with an eerie screech like nails on a chalkboard. As she finished the last question, the room plunged into darkness again. She could feel something cold and clammy brushing against her arm. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. Suddenly, the lights flickered back on, and the library was as it had been before, silent and empty. The book was gone, and so was the exam paper. Shaking, Hannah gathered her things and ran out of the library, vowing never to stay late again. The next day, she overheard some students talking about a girl who had gone missing a year ago. They said she was last seen studying in the library for an exam she never took. Hannah's blood ran cold when she saw a familiar book lying on her desk in the classroom, with a fresh set of questions waiting for her.